Greetings class, greetings everyone. This is Mr. Marashani, and today we are going to talk about geography under the topic wetlands. So wetlands is subtopic that we find in geography, patent study inonzi iyo ecosystem. Okay? So on the previous lessons, we agreed that ecosystem, we are talking about a community. We are talking about a community whereby the biotic and abiotic interact or depend on each other. Inonzi ecosystem, we are talking about a community of living organisms and non-living organisms. You can say ecosystem is a community where the biotic, meaning the living, and where the abiotic, meaning the non-living, right, interact or work together. No, inonzi ecosystem. Sakatika wana living organisms achishandidzana ne anonzi living organisms. We call that community. We call that an ecosystem. For example, on biotic, we can have plants, right? As one of the examples of biotic or living organisms. We can also have animals there. Right. So plants and animals are the best examples of biotic components or living components of the ecosystem. But if you check very closely, you're going to see that also on the other side, on non-living organisms of the ecosystem, we also have water. We have, let me just use these two. We also have soil. We have rocks. We have air. We have many non-living organisms. So what happens is, yatinozoti isusu ecosystem, tirikuti a community where living are. They are working together with non-living for their survival. For example, animals, they cannot survive without water. Animals, they are depending on water, right? And also for water to be safe, they depend on humans to protect our water conservation. Depend on that one. No inonzi ecosystem. If you check on biotic, we have plants, and on the abiotic, we have soil. Plants cannot grow without soil, and also soil cannot be conserved. Cannot be conserved without plants. Because the soil conservation, my plants, because my plants, are not prevent the soil erosion. Hope you are getting it. No introduction here, ecosystem. So, we talked about what we call biogeochemical cycles. And we agreed that biogeochemical cycles, these are pathways followed by elements such as water, such as oxygen, such as carbon, as they move from biotic to abiotic or from abiotic to biotic. So examples right. Let's now talk about what you call wetlands. I can't see my whiteboard eraser. I don't know where I put it. Alright, it's fine. So let's now talk about what we call wetlands. What we call wetlands. What are wetlands? When we are talking about wetlands, we are talking about areas with water that is static or that is gently flowing. So look at this. Under ecosystem, we also have what we call wetlands as one of the examples of ecosystems. So in those wetlands, these are places where you can find water that is static, which means the water is not moving, right? Though are not in my wetlands, an area where the water is static, which means the water is not moving, or an area where the water is gently flowing. Even if in a gentle slope like this, no mafambiro I something like this. Joanna's my wetlands. Ukawana mvura yakamira panzvimbo pekuti apapo mvura unowana paine mvura most of the time. Anodzi my wetlands, right? Ngatitaure about my importance of wetlands. Or before that, let me give other names of wetlands, right? So wetlands. I don't know if this one is going to be clear to you. So this is a wetland here. This is a wetland. Let me check. This is again a wetland. These ones are swamp areas. We also have this one. These are wetlands. My other names of wetlands. My wetlands are anogona kunzi matoro. That means matoro. Vakakurira kumusha they know anogona kunzi matoro. Anogona futi kunzi mubepa. I'm sure that June 2020 anakuya shinzi my wetlands. Vakati madambo. Saka ubaona vati madambos, they are referring to what? To wetlands, right? Let's talk about the importance of what we call wetlands. Importance of what we call wetlands. Saka atati susuma wetlands akabuko share chi. Number one, they can help to filter what we call pollutants. They can help to filter pollutants. The number one importance of wetlands, they help to filter pollutants. Ukaenda pamvura iri kuma wetlands inenge yakachena. Why? Because my wetlands, they help to filter pollutants. Okay? And also my wetlands, they act as flood control. They act as flood control. They act as flood control. Tiri kuti kana kukaita mafloods anabva uko ari mafloods achimhanya akasvika pama wetlands, pa area where the water is static, the water is not moving. Ma floods anobva amira. Saka zvoreva kuti ma wetlands also, they act as flood what? As flood control. Ma wetlands also, they are ideal for the growing of cereal crops, which means they promote the growing of cereal crops. What are cereal crops? We are talking about water loving crops such as rice. Also, my wetlands, they also help in terms of drought. They provide water for livestock and many other things. They are also habitats. For the aquatic life, okay? And also my wetlands, they beautify the environment. They beautify the environment. For example, the Okavango. Okavango in Botswana. The Okavango, actually people, they used to go there as my tourists. Voshika, Wonowona, this wetland in Botswana. You can Google it, Weiwona, Yakanaka. You can actually visit that place. Okay? And also, Chimafutichi, I think, do my importance of my wetlands. How do people destroy wetlands? The my human activities are not gonna be to an are not destroy my wetlands. What are those human activities? Number one, is settlement. Development. Settlement development. Could develop Pakwema settlements, they're actually going there, especially Munomara, like my wetlands. And then knows how to cement Yabo is a move. Shade price here. Sakama wetlands are to destroy. So settlement development is one of the activities, human activities, that is actually destroying ecosystems here in Zimbabwe. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let us meet on the next lesson.